Hello. Today is Tuesday, and this is our normal day to have class for Mothers of Joy Institute. We will have class today still, this evening, but it will be via Zoom. Um, the reason why I decided to do a session on care is because a lot of times people don't understand or know just what it means to take care, right? We know that when you provide for someone or that you give them um, nourishment or support, that is a way of taking care. But there are some essential things to do to show someone that you care. Now, there's something else that I want you to understand too is that sometimes you can show people that you care, but because they don't understand what care is, they may not identify it as care. They may think that you're trying to buy them or, um, you know, do something to get something from them. But in all actuality, you're showing them that you care. There are a lot of different ways that people show that they care. And I'm going to tell a couple. So, one, you can show someone that, and children with their parents can show that they care by, guess what? Just listening. Listening. Communication is one of the strongest tools that we have to show someone that we care. When a person is having a hard day or your child is having a hard day, by sitting down and listening to them tell you what's going on, identifies to them that you care. And listening doesn't mean that when you're thinking about something, you need to say something. Sometimes some people do that though, right? Sometimes people listen, but because of how their brain may be wired, they may need to try to say something before they forget it. Now, if you don't have the type of relationship where each other understands that, that can sound confrontational, and it can also make the other person feel like that you're over talking them. So there are some things that have to be established in relationships and in communication because all communication is not the same. How I might communicate with my significant others or family may not be the same way that you communicate. So you have to learn you have to figure out your own styles of communication. But there are levels of respect that goes along with communication. If someone is talking, let them talk because what's happening is if you're talking, they're talking, that's too many people talking and someone isn't listening. So if you know this, then you start to listen first. So listening is one way that you can show someone that you care. Trust me, I'm understanding some things a little better by and by. Leave them an encouraging note. You can leave family members or your significant other or your children a note. If it's and make sure that it's not something that is hurtful or harmful. My glasses are really starting to bother me today. But and that's a way that you can show that you care. When my children were younger, I used to put like little, you can get them now from the dollar store. The dollar store has so many things, but just little pieces of paper with maybe like some hearts or something on it, and just give an encouraging word because you never know what they might be going through to get to school, right? So when they open up their lunchbox, it'll say, you know, mom loves you, or it'll say, you know, try to do your best today no matter what, or just try. and let me know how you did when you come home. Just those little bitty things. Sometimes it doesn't take, you know, I mean, everybody likes gifts. Don't get me wrong. People, we all like gifts, but sometimes it takes the attention of just saying kind words or leaving a kind note to let someone know that you care. And that has a lot that's supposed to start. It should start. I mean, I say suppose it should start in our homes. Okay. Another one is that you could send them a funny memory, something that may have happened, a picture that you two may have been in, or a cartoon that was funny and that you thought about and that you decided to send it to them. That's another way of showing that you care. And hold on, I got a couple more, and then I'm going to give you to the rest of your day because that's all I wanted to say today. Sometimes we need to be reminded um, that you don't always have to do monetary things to show people that you care. Calling someone, reminding them of how you feel about them. You know, maybe they might not be having a good day, and you decide to call and and pay attention to the tone of their voice too, because sometimes parents, we can miss that when we're talking to our children. Sometimes we don't know them as well as we think we do, and they might start talking about something, and you get caught up in things that you want to tell them, and what they're saying is, I need you. I need you to hear me. I need you to be a part of my moment. So that's something else. But I want you to hear this. Mm, and you can ask them, how can is there anything that you can you know oh, yeah. So you can ask them, is there anything that they need, that do they need a hug, do they need for you to pray for them, do they need for you to go and take a walk with them. Ask them what they need, and if you can provide it, do so, because a need is different than a want. Let me say that one more time. A need is different than a want. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. How do you care? How do you show that you care? I show that I care by sending a text every now and again. I'm learning that people are busy, and life is happening, and just encouraging words sometimes can change the whole trajectory of someone's day. And by doing that, by understanding how a person cares, it's really important, because like I said, listening, being available, hearing someone when they speak, talking to someone and not talking at someone, because those are ways that people feel disrespected and not heard. So in this 10 minutes of how do you care, be reminded that listening, hearing someone when they speak, not just listening, but hearing them, taking what they said into consideration, and also being able to have calm, collective conversations, governing the emotions that happen when heated conversations come into play, because that can only make things worse. All right, I'm Pastor, Executive CEO, Director, Founder. No, let me stop that. I'm Executive Director Sheree Stapleton, and this is Mothers of Joy Institute for Parenting and Family Wellness. And today, this session talks about how do we care? How do we care for the people that we love? How do we care for those who we come into contact? What do we do to show that we care? And in a lot of ways, we show by listening, by hearing someone when they speak, and by being available for them in the ways that they may need for you to be available if you can. Because sometimes we can't. And that may be hard for the other person to understand, but sometimes it happens that way. So be kind to yourself, be kind to one another, and always just know that um, there's so much in this world that you can do for another person. But the best way to show that you care first is by caring for you. I'll talk to you again soon and take care for now.